It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing from the outset is Penix. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And looking to throw, Penix. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here's Penix. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
They'll throw with Penix. And incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Penix. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
That's another Dolphins 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Dolphins 1st down.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. Skirts by at the 15. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, You go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Now Penix. Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
The kick is good.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
180. 180.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango.
Here we go.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. The Bengals sit 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Burrow will throw. A rifles run, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for the Miami touchdown. Michael Wilson, 62 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos lining up.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
I'm one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A gain of
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
180.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one, because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
19, Tiger, 19. 19, Cardinal.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Let's go.
They'll go play action here with Penix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he's got it down to the 28. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go now.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw, Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To the air, Penix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 21-0.
Bengals nothing.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
One, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, They know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Here's Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Gun. Stop.
To the air again, Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Wide shot. 11. Wide 80.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10.
Turbo shot.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That's another Bengals.
11 MT. 11. 12. Here we go.
Goal at the 9-yard
Wide 80.
line.
Wide 80. Wide shot.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Big 13. Big 13. 12. 11 MT. 11 MT. Shot.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And here he'll get it down to the 7th. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They're able to hold them to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they were winners years the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Penix working out of the gun here. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this out past the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. Room to maneuver at the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 59 yards. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Santos now to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Dolphins 28, Bengals 3.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Chase Brown, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 28-10.
Bengals 10.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
This is caught at the 20. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Santos with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Bengals 10.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11 MT.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Gun. Dot. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12. 12.
Now it's Burrow. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts
A gain of 9.
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
47-yard line.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
180. Right shot. Dot.
Now it's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Operating from the gun, Penix. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
On third down, Penix from the gun. Oh, it's deep for Duvernay. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now the point after try for Santos. And the route is on here in this first half.
It's the score, Dolphins 42, Bengals 10.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
20-yard line.
On one, ready?
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10.
180.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here we go. Big.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He finds Rivera. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
12. Right 80. 11, Thomas.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Rivera. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
11, right 80.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Bates' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Gun. Dot.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go. Wide 80. Dot.
Burrow will throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Tyrell Dodson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
2nd down and 8. They give to Achane on the option. And shutting him off, now open field. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Bengals' 37-yard line.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Again, it's Achane. And a hard work looking run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Dolphin first down.
Half to 60. Half to 60. 60 by 6. 60 by 6. Go, Rick. Go.
Here's Penix. They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
On one, ready?
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's get set. Stop. Right 80. Stop.
On first and 10, here's Brown. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12.
Stop.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
11. Here we go. Stop.
Now Burrow. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers. They see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with first and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to at least get one score back. Extra point right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Miami. It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it. And as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. He juked him. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
This is Brown going up the middle. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe up to the 41.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Turtles hot. Wide 8. Hot.
They go play action with Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A big pickup of 38.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
11. Let's get set. 20. Hot.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Here we go. Hot. 180. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11. Hot.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. Here's Higgins out of the right side. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you...
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Chase Brown halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And looking to throw, Penix. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. He may go. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart in points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Escapes the defender. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll throw with Penix. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. On first and 10, it's Charbonnet. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Again, running right, Gibson. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw, Penix. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
That's caught. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Now Penix. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
It's a gain of 17.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Running right, here's Achane. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, back to Achane. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go, set. Nike 18. Run, lady. Hurt.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Here we go.
To the air, Penix. That's pulled in by Wilson. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4.
Brings up fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Dolphins, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.